Before we get into this video, I just wanted to let you guys know today the video is going to be less about the gameplay and more just about, just like talking, getting my thoughts out there. So at the time of me recording this and at the time of you guys seeing this, it is Thursday, which is the day before Modern Warfare 3 releases. My thoughts going into the game's release have been pretty positive up to this point, and they still are positive, at least on the multiplayer side of things. However, when it came to the zombies, I've been pretty vocal about my distaste for the direction that they're taking. But yesterday, they released a video called Zombies Intel Drop, and I'm not gonna lie, it's starting to look like something that I would actually be willing to play. See, most of my distaste leading up to the game's release at the very least came from the fact that from everything we were hearing, it was very anti-solo play. But one of the developers in the video yesterday mentioned that they put in some things that would make it a bit more accessible for solo players, though they did also mention at the same time that it would still be rather challenging for solo players. So I'm not exactly sure what to expect going into this, because one of the developers in that video were saying, oh yeah, this is going to be a bit more challenging if you're a solo player, but then there was one of the other developers only 30 seconds later saying, I stuck something in there for those solo players to hopefully make it a bit easier. So I don't know. No matter what they end up doing, obviously, I'm disappointed that it's not round-based zombies. I feel like I speak for a large majority of the zombies community when I say that, but at the same time, I'm not one of those players where I'm so bullheaded to say, hey, if it's not round-based, it's gonna be bad, or, anything like that. I go into everything with an open mind. I go into everything with as minimal expectations as possible. Like, there's a difference between expectations and hype, right? Like, I'm hyped for the game, but I have my expectations in check. I'm going into this game expecting a fun multiplayer, which as long as it follows whatever the beta did, then we're all good there. And I'm also ready to experience a zombies mode that can hopefully surprise me and excite me and, have me looking forward to this year of zombies content. Because at this point, I can't say that I'm really looking forward to this year of zombies content. Like, whenever the updates release and whenever new zombies content releases, I will be playing it. I might make videos on it. I'm not too sure there, because with the way that zombies is formatted this year, I don't know. It's going to take like an entire hour just to get through like an entire match with the way things are sounding. Which, don't get me wrong, like hour-long play sessions in my free time, that's one thing. But when it comes to like sitting there and making a video on like an hour-long extraction mode, there's like that balance between time and entertainment right there. It's one of those things, we'll figure it out as we go, though I do kind of hope that they end up doing what they did during Vanguard, because if you guys remember back during Vanguard, they were like, oh no, there's no round-based, it's just going to be this Outbreak hybrid mode, but then later in the year, they ended up giving us round-based anyway. I'm hoping that they do something like that this year, because like, again, not everything in zombies has to be round-based, but like, that's what I want. Again, I'm not inherently against innovation, not even close. I want them to innovate. I want them to try new things, but as an OG zombies player that's been playing since 2008, yeah, I'm slightly biased. And at the end of the day, nobody can say whether it's good or bad until we get the chance to play it. So as of now, all I can say is that I'm excited to at least give it a shot. Beyond all that, one of the main things that I end up making videos on for literally every single Call of Duty is like the Mastery Camo grind. They already revealed what the Mastery Camos are, but I'll be going over all of that in tomorrow's video, because tomorrow we will be making a Modern Warfare 3 video, obviously. From what we've been hearing, I guess there's not going to be any long shots this year, which is, amazing. I don't mind long shots. Like, long shots weren't the issue. It was just the amount of long shots. Back in Black Ops 3 for Dark Matter, it was like, what, 5 long shots per weapon? Doing like 5 or 10 long shots for a gun, I don't mind doing. It's just when it's like, 100 long shots in Vanguard, and even 25 long shots in MW2 for every single weapon, that was still over like 1,200 long shots you had to do by the time that you got Orion. But hey, it seems like they've just outright done away with long shot challenges, so, I'll take it. Admittedly, I am a little worried though, because, now that they're doing away with long shots, it makes me wonder, is there going to be like another super annoying challenge that takes its place? This weapon grind probably also won't take as long either, because from what we were hearing, there's only going to be like 37 weapons at launch, which admittedly is a little low for a Call of Duty game. And I also don't believe that you're gonna have to do any of the camos for Modern Warfare 2 weapons, so that should mean that we should only have to get the challenges done for 37 weapons, which, yeah, that's really not that bad. And even if there's people out there that don't feel like doing like launchers, for example, because I know for me, like, that's one thing that I dread. If they end up doing it like Modern Warfare 2, you can literally just wait until Season 1 when a few more weapons come into the game, and then you can just do those weapons instead of the launchers, and you'll still be able to get whatever the Mastery Camo is called this year. I completely forget what it's called. They announced it already, though. However, the one big differentiating factor is the fact that this year there is going to be not only just a multiplayer grind like last year, there's also going to be a zombies grind. So, I'm still going to have to play a good bit of zombies, because, any Call of Duty game where there's a Mastery Camo grind, I don't care if it's multiplayer or zombies, I'm going to go for both. And the zombies camo does look really cool this year, so, I'm still going to be playing at least enough zombies to get that done. It's just, I hope they do end up bringing round-based into it, because not only would that just be, what I would like to see in the game, but also I I'm sure it would make the camo grind a lot easier later on. I mean, if you guys remember trying to grind Dark Ether and Outbreak during Cold War, yeah, that was so much slower compared to doing it in something like D-Machine or Firebase Z. I'm also curious as to what, like, all the boss fights and Easter eggs and stuff like that for zombies is. I went into this video expecting to talk about Modern Warfare 3 as a whole, but, you know, my mind is literally just all over zombies at this point. But I feel like, you know, like, there's nothing else for me to say about multiplayer. Like, I played the beta. I know it's gonna be good. It's just, like, there's so many questions that I have about zombies. It's not even fun. Like, I already played the campaign. I absolutely love the campaign. I'm pretty sure I know what to expect with the multiplayer outside of, you know, like, the camo challenges. So at this point, you know, it's really just about the zombie. Like, what is this year's zombies gonna look like? I'm also curious. Oh, wait, they actually dropped weapons. Oh, that's pretty cool. They dropped the P90, one of my favorite weapons in Call of Duty history, period. Like, how can you not love the P90? This weapon is just, oh, it's so good, man. I'm admittedly really curious to see what this year Warzone is gonna look like, too. Well, apparently we're getting a new map with Urzikstan. I must say, when Warzone 2 first began, I was a little indifferent towards it, we'll say. But Al Mazrah and all the maps that ended up coming out during, like, the Warzone 2 life cycle, we'll say, over the course of last year, you know, they really did grow me with Al Mazrah, and then I ended up loving all the other maps, like Vondel was a lot of fun, Ashika Island was a lot of fun, so I'm really curious to see what this new map has in store, and also, like, what the other maps are gonna have in store, because I'm sure around, like, Season 2, we'll end up getting, like, a Ashika Island equivalent, and then by Season 4, like, a Vondel equivalent, or, you know, just, like, other maps. Either that, or maybe not. Maybe they'll just ride, you know, Urzikstan for the whole year, or maybe they'll just throw, like, I don't know, are they gonna end up replacing the other, because I don't want, you know, the other maps to get replaced. Like, I love Ashika Island and Vondel. Are they gonna add more to the games, then there's more variety? But then, I don't know, because y'all know how Activision is. They don't like splitting up their player base too much. Also, since Warzone 2 is technically still Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 2 still has its movement and everything, like, how is that gonna work? So everybody's loving MW3 because of the new move, well, not even new movement, just them bringing back the old movement, right? But what happens now for Warzone, because Warzone is still technically a part of Modern Warfare 2, but obviously Modern Warfare 2 has, you know, Modern Warfare 2 movement, so is it going to be a thing where even though Warzone 2 is a part of the MW2 engine and client and all of that, it's going to have Modern Warfare 3 movement, but then that feels like a weird disconnect between MW2 and Warzone. I don't know. Don't get me wrong, I love Call of Duty, always have, always will, but man, sometimes, like, specifically in recent years, man, when it comes to the new releases, there's just, oh, there's so many more questions than answers half the time, and, you know, sometimes it's a good thing, other times it's just like, it's just scratching your head. Well, I'm out of ammo, so I guess I'll buy the AK-74U, another one of my favorite weapons in Call of Duty history. The AK-74U is another one of those weapons where it's like, man, you can't look. The nuke literally said stimulus check. You can't look at the AK-74U and tell me it isn't absolutely gorgeous. One last thing that I must say before we start to wrap things up here is I'm really scared as to how they're gonna tie the campaign into Warzone, because for some reason, in the last couple of years, they felt the need to tie the campaign into Warzone and the story throughout the seasons, and I don't like that, because for somebody like me that just doesn't care about the Warzone story, like, I like Warzone, it's fun, but I don't care about them tying the story into it. Like, I just, when I play the campaign, I'm there for the story. I don't want to have to watch a bunch of, like, cinematics throughout the seasons to get more of the quote-unquote story. Like, I want to play the campaign. I won't spoil anything, but, like, with the way Modern Warfare 3 ended, again, no spoilers, don't worry about that, but, like, what are they even gonna do with the story throughout the seasons? Because there's only one path that they can take that I'm thinking of in my mind with the seasons, and it's just, I have a feeling that it's not going to pan out. I would much rather them just stop with the story integration with Warzone and just wait until the next campaign, because they left it off on a really strong point to where, like, the next game can immediately just pick up with a bang and just be like a straight, however long the campaign is, however many hours of just straight non-stop action and intensity. I have a feeling MW4's campaign is going to be, like, somewhat kind of ruthless in terms of its pace and, like, subject matter and stuff like that. So, like, you know, I feel like if they try to integrate it with Warzone, it's gonna take away from that. But again, it won't take away from it for me, because, you know, I don't even pay attention to the stuff. I just go from one campaign, kind of, you know, just let the story simmer in my mind, and then I go to the next campaign, and that's that. Like, I see these cinematics throughout the seasons, but, you know, my brain doesn't, like, fully soak them in. I just kind of remember them as they're important whenever I'm playing the next campaign, if that makes sense. Anyways, I don't know. I've been sitting here flapping my gums for long enough, and I could sit here flapping them for much longer. But I'm sure you all are ready for a break from my voice at this point, which, hey, I don't blame you. famous. So anyway, now I definitely want to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on MW3 going into it? Obviously, this is going up Thursday night, so there's only like a short window before you guys can actually play it. But hey, maybe even just give me like your initial first impressions of the game, whether you're watching videos, whether you're playing it for yourself, just, you know, anything MW3, any of your thoughts relating to the game, just let me know. But anyway, as always, a massive shout out, thank you to all the Patreons and channel members, thank you to all of you in the low baller tier, and a bigger shout out, thank you to all of you in the big baller tier, Mellow asking and Big Daddy Manny in the bigger channel, thank you to all of you in the G tier, Run Adventure channel, Cheese Girl, thank you guys so much, you guys are literal legends, I love you. Thank you guys for watching, have an amazing day, stay beautiful, I love you all, peace.